Hello YouTube, Ken Hyle here with another Black Desert Online video for you. And today's video is going to be the first video in a series of videos in preparation for the Untitled release on October 7th for the lands of Korea. So in these videos I'm going to be showing you all the information that I have that I think might be useful for you when it comes to the leaders. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can, and I'm going to separate the information into videos because I don't want these videos to be 30 minutes long each. But if there's anything I don't cover today that you would like to know, feel free to post your questions and requests down below, and I will try to include them in the next video. All right, so let's take a look at the first things here that I want to show you. And we're going to start right here down in this house where I'm sitting on top here. I believe it is here. Yeah, my horse is right here. There's a woman in this house here. Her name is something. It would be something like Jerupi. That's her name? Jerupi? Yeah, Jerpy maybe? I don't know. Why would I decide to translate this lady? But she's going to be over here, I guess, next to the stable keep. Across from the stable keep, and what she can do for you is she can actually exchange your energy for potions, and all those same potions that you can get from Alistine. And the last patch last week, was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week. They added the option for her to exchange the potions for energy here, as well as Valencia too. There's a guy in Valencia now also. But yeah, so we're here. Let's talk about, I guess we can start talking about nodes first, because that would be the easiest here. But you can see here, most of my nodes are not actually connected. And from what I heard, it takes about 40 to 50 CP to connect all the nodes in Untitled, but and you can connect to Grana here through the, I think it's Thorny Vine or Brumble, I don't know what's going to be called, but this is the new grinding area here. That is a 250 AP grinding area where you're going to be possibly grinding for your Spectre's energy for the Black Star armor and helmet. This is where, at first, this was the only place where you would actually drop, but now you can get anywhere else. But supposedly, this area here has the highest drop rate in the game, so you might want to camp here. It's also not bad for money if you run the Agros Fever here. You can get some decent money here. Let's start, I guess, from right here. If you want to connect the nodes surrounding Odraxia, which is the capital of Untitled, right next here to the left, you have the first nodes, one of the two nodes that you can get the new tree resource. You can get the timber and the sap here, and the sap you're going to use for some alchemy stuff and some furniture, I believe. But this is where you can get the first one. I definitely recommend to take this one because these things are going to be worth quite a bit of money, especially right at release. Everybody's going to be wanting to craft the things, and there's not going to be many in the market. So there's only two nodes of these, this one here, and there's another one that we'll get to in a moment here. Then we have this node here, northwest, and over the Untitled you got some grapes and some potato here. Potato is not really a big deal. I guess we have plenty of wheat or cereal materials that you can get from other places, but you know, if you want one more, why not? And then grapes are not bad. Well, you don't have that many fruit nodes in the game, so if you want more grapes, you could take this, and it's going to be right next to Untitled, to Odraxia, which means that your workers are going to be getting a lot of stuff from here, probably. Then going here north of Untitled, you got an empty node here, but then this one here has your two nodes of nickel, so nickel ore, so which of course you can transform it, melt it into the ingots at some point. I got two here. I got both of them because they're worth some money, and they're also going to be used for crafting the new hunting rifle that you can get from here. But yeah, so then we have here, going up here, continuing with this route here, we got this node here, which is empty, but no, you're gonna need this node to connect with these other two nodes here, which are pretty cool. This one here is going to give you some this trace here, which I don't know what it's called in English. Let me check it out on BDO Codex here. All right, BDO Codex tells me this is trace of violence. It's quite a long timer here, but I guess all the traces are, right? Sadly, it doesn't really go anywhere else. It's a dead end, and you cannot connect over here, unfortunately, which would be a good way to connect to Drigan. I don't think there's a way to connect to Drigan. You have to go to Grana first, and then from Grana you can get over there. And then you have the next one here, which is a pretty interesting node here. Here you're going to have your second node that's going to drop these stones here, the Pure of Mass. The stone they need to enhance your Black Star related stuff. You can get another node here, so if you're in shortage of these, if you like to bang your head against enhancing Black Stars, you can get another node here. And it also gives you, as a rare drop here, the Trace of Combat, I believe that's what it's called. So you can get those the two drops from over there. And then moving on here continue around, you get the second node here with the tree, the new tree resource, the Thorny Vine or Brumble Wood, whatever they're going to call it. And this also is going to give you the timber and the sap. So I would definitely recommend that you get those, because why not? So yeah, and then you have this node here. The other nodes are pretty much empty. This one has a fishing node over here. Nothing major. If you use your fish for cooking, then why not? But yeah, I believe that's it here. Let me just double check. There might be another one here. Oh, this is also a pretty good one. This is for chicken and eggs. So if you want eggs, eggs are always on demand, right? So you might want to get some eggs here. We cannot talk about work nodes without talking about workers, right? So let's take a look here at my workers that I have for Odalita. I don't know why I went to my character, but let's take a look here at Odalita, my Odalita workers. And you can see I have a bunch of humans here. From what I've noticed, you're gonna have probably 80% chance of getting a green worker. I think I've only rolled one yellow. What is this? I'm just gonna mention it by color because I don't know what the words in English are. And but the yellow workers, I think I've only rolled once after spending like over 1,000 energy. But I rolled a couple of blue ones and mostly green ones, and I've been leveling them up slowly, as you can see here. And I have them collecting the wood stuff, the wood resource, the ore, and I think that's it. Oh, and the traces things and the black star ore there. But yeah, the cool thing about Odalita though is that you can see here I have a total of 2 lodgings here for my workers. So you got 1 plus 1 from here, and I have plus 2 from here, so that'll be 3, right? And you get 1 extra work, 1 free worker. But you can see here that I have 6. So I believe Odalita you start with actually 3 workers or 2 workers, with 2 extra workers compared to other cities, right? Because normally with 3 from lodging plus your free 1 you have 4, but I actually have 6. So at least in Korea I started with 2 extra slots for workers here, which is pretty good. Less contribution points they're gonna have to spend on your workers here, which is actually pretty good as well, because you can see here you only have 5 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. But yeah, I only have 5 houses, and you can see here you have your storage, you have your lodging, your house, and furniture making over here. And then over here you have more storage and lodging for your worker, tool making, which is pretty good because you can use this here to craft your new rifle, musket here for hunting. And then the next one here we have storage. Now this is nothing special here. You have a crate, wood crate building thing I'm making here, but from my understanding is Grana is still going to be your best bet for the distance bonus in trade. And then here you have your accessory making house here. Last house here we're gonna get the only different thing here is the ore crate making here, or the ingot, I guess, crate making here. So yeah, those are all your housing options here for Odalita. Not a lot going on in Odraxia. As far as other resources, while we're still talking about resources, there is lion meat around this area here near Naxion, between Naxion and Salinar, probably Salinar. Yeah, in this area here you can have all your hunting mobs, and here there are some lions you can kill. There's some over here, there's some across the river over here. There's some around, yeah, they're all kind of around this river here. Not too many though, and it takes quite a few hits from your rifle to kill them. But a couple over here near the wolves, they are just regular mobs you can kill and skin and butcher. But most of the lions here are going to be from hunting. So now there's a second option for lion meat after Valencia. Valencia is probably still the best one, but you know, if you're going to be here anyways, now you get a second option for your resources variety here. And then yeah, over here you have wolves and rhinos here. Here you have some deer near Salinar. Again, I'll show you the hunting stuff maybe in a later video if people are interested. If you do hunting and you want to see what the hunting mobs look like and what you can expect from them, let me know in the comments below, and then we can talk about that. I don't want to talk about everything in this video because it's going to be way too long. There's also one of the main new resources they're going to use for a lot of things is your Delotia. They call Delotia in Korean, the flowers, new flowers they have here. And luckily for you, you can actually get them all. There's a bunch of spawns here in Odraxia itself, so it actually might be a good way for you to burn energy on your alt. So let me go find the area there. And I'll see you there. Alright, so we are here in the back room, or the back part of Odraxia here, and this is going to be really at the very end here, the eastern side of Odraxia, near this round top building over here. And really all along, all these flowers here have some reasonable amount of spots where you can go and gather the Delotia, so you can make your own rotation. But you can see here there's one here. If you hit your art together, you're going to see here that you get the Delotia. This is what it looks like, Delotia flower, and of course some weed. There is however a rare proc that you can get from these, and of course I'm not going to get one, but there is one rare proc that's going to be quite useful for some of the recipes I need to make them, the alchemy recipes. And actually some, I don't know if for the food I don't believe you need any of the rare procs. But definitely for some of the alchemy, you need the rare proc. I never gotten one. Then again, I have not really gone the Lotia flower hunting, or I guess grinding or gathering, whatever you life skillers call it. Not that many spots here. Oh, there you go. There's one here. But yeah, all this area here. Just if you spend, you can probably find a good way to go around here. But I know there's a bunch of spots over here. There you go. Some more over here. But yeah, you can go around this back part here of Odolita or Draxia, the capital here, and gather some flowers. The red ones don't seem to ever spawn any, but the other stuff. But yeah, the red ones, I don't think they spawn for some reason. They're the only colors that I have never seen spawn. Maybe they do, I just have not been able to see. But there's a purple, you can see here. Lots of the Lotia, or I guess lots of weed in this case. I'm not getting too lucky here. As long as I avoid the red ones that don't seem to spawn, you can go up and down here all day, or as long as you have energy. And in Korea, the flowers themselves are selling for 4K each, and you can also process them if you hit your L and you stick them in. I think it's probably you can grind them, and they're gonna make these powder, the Lotia powder, which is you're gonna need for recipes, for several recipes. If you don't fail, come on, I'm trying to make a video here, lady. Can you not? Can you? There you go. All right, so we made the powder, and the powder here on the Korean server, the powder is worth 12K, right? And it uses 3 flowers, so 12K for each 3. If you have good enough mastery, you might be able to actually make good money on your alts just by coming here, spending all your energy collecting flowers, and then turning them to powder. If you're wondering, the sap, I mentioned that the sap before is going to be used for some alchemy recipes, and there aren't really any good spots to actually go and gather the flowers or the sap yourself. The worker nodes are going to be your best bet. There's one spot east of this area here. Let me go see if I can find it, and I'll meet you there. All right, so here we are. I found a place here. It's gonna be right here, past or east of this node here, which is Olun, which is also the grinding area. This is the node they're gonna need to invest on if you want to go to the 300 AP 3-person area that drops the new ring, accuracy ring. Is it a ring? I think it's a ring. So east of there, you can just follow the path here, and then the road is over there. And this is all there is here for grinding. You have one tree over here for your brumble or vine thing. There's one more over here. I don't even know which one's the so 3, not that many. This is not one. This is also not one. These are here. I believe that none of these actually work for gathering. Let's see. I just checked them before you. Oh, there goes one more here. So that's 4 or 5. If I lost count. So 6. And then you have some more over here that I didn't check. Let's see. This is not one. I think we're at 6. And then we have 7, 8. No, this is not it. This is not it. So 7, 8. This is not it. 9. So about 9 trees. I believe there's some more over here, I thought, but I just checked it and I couldn't find. Oh, there you go. So 10. Maybe somebody grabbed them before it came. Oh, there you go. No, that's not it. So we're at 10, I think. And there's some more over here. But as you can see, this is not enough to make a full rotation. You're gonna run out of. You're gonna have to switch servers. So I really think that. Yeah, there's no these should be, but they are not active. Hopefully, at some point they will increase the areas, the number of trees that actually allow you to. Oh, is there one more? There one more. There you go. So I think that's what 11, 12. I lost track, but it's not. It's still not that many. And there's one more here. So 13. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be enough to make a full rotation, so they can keep using all your energy without switching servers. Going back to workers real quick here, because I forgot to mention, there are 3 types of workers here. The human, your giant, and there's a dwarf too. I believe the dwarf is the equivalent of the goblin, maybe? I didn't actually check the stats, but I believe the dwarf is the fast one. Let's rent a house here, lodging here, and send my Valkyrie here so that we can check it out. I can show you all the workers. I'm gonna burn all my energy just for you guys. All right, there you go. I got a dwarf, and he's got 75 speed as a blue dwarf. 75 speed, or this is the work speed, 4 movement speed, 4 luck, and what, this is the luck? What is the second one? What is the last stat? I don't know. I forgot the last stat is. How is that related to the human? Let's see. So 75 and 4. So it's faster working speed and movement speed than the human. Yeah, so the dwarf here is going to be the goblin equivalent for Odalita. And like I said, the third one is a giant. The giant is still a giant. As far as grinding areas, if you have any questions, I'm not the right person to really give you a precise answer because I don't have a gear to grind in these areas here. The only ones that could grind are these two, the 250 area and the 2-man 270. The mobs here hit really hard though, so I have not been able to grind here. Plus, it's 2 people party, and my guild doesn't do a lot of group activities. I went here once to do a quest, and you can see I have 2 more quests here that I have not returned there to go do it yet. But this area here is going to be important for crafters, actually, for alchemists. There are two pieces of loot that drop here that cannot be sold in the market. So if you're an alchemist, you're going to have to come here yourself and grind this area yourself to get those items, to craft those items. So be prepared to party up. And this area also drops the belt, the accuracy belt. And then in this area here drops some crystals for your awakening weapon. And then this area here is going to drop the 300 AP area is going to drop your new ring, accuracy ring. This area here is really hard to grind at 310. They really hurt. They can easily kill you in about 3 hits. So you gotta stay moving here. The only grinding area that I've experienced doing here is a 250, and like I said, you can make pretty good money here if you can one-shot the mobs, which they're quite tanky. I have 272 gear right now, AP right now, and I'm nowhere near one-shotting them. Probably with 280 might be enough to one-shot them, and you can probably make 200 mil here an hour using the Agros Fever buff. And the cool thing is that it only uses about 20 to 30, 25,000 I think per hour here of the Agros Fever, so you can almost use 1 hour per day here for 200 mil. And it's 200 mil easy money because most of the money that you're gonna make here is not from actual valuable items, it's mostly from trash. The trash loot here is worth the same as Histria. Pretty good for consistent money that does not rely on RNG. And of course you can also get some of the awakening weapon crystals here. I mean, you can get the crystal they're gonna have to use to make the awakening weapon crystals, which by the time you actually craft and sell them, is not gonna be too much of a profit. Still a profit, a few million, tens of millions of profit, but not fantastic. Most of the money from there is going to come really from the trash loot. So I'm going to show you one important recipe here and leave you hanging for the rest ones. In the next video, we're going to go over more of the recipes, but a few people requested me information on this recipe, and I think this is going to be really important for you guys. And this is the potion that's going to allow you to make your most important perfumes and drafts here persist upon death. So let's take a look at it. Let me open the recipe thing here. So here you go. Of course, I have no idea how this is going to be called in English, but it's going to be probably something about immortal, something or another. It's going to allow you to make, you can see here the list of items that it affects, and you can make, so these are going to be the immortal versions, or I guess the persistent upon death versions of all your, like I said, all your important useful drafts and perfumes here. You have your calcs, you have your giant, you have your, what is this, berserker frenzy draft, I believe. Your giant draft, and then you have your whatever the perfumer courage here, and those deep sea things there. They give you, you see the pictures here. You know what they are. They are the other perfume things. But yeah, all these are going to persist upon death. And here are the items you're going to need. This, first of all, you're going to need the Minotaur heart. So the Minotaurs are the thing that people, the 272 people area that I was mentioning before. They're going to have to go there and grind it yourself, because you cannot sell this in the market. Yeah, you can see here if you search, the only item with a similar name that drops and that can be sold in the market is the belt. So your heart, and there's another item that should be in my storage here. I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere, but there's another item also. It's like a vial of, it's a blood, I think. Blood of the Minotaur that you're also gonna have to go and grind yourself. So you're gonna need one of those, then you're gonna need 20 of these here, and I have notes. All right, so yeah, so the blue one here is a oil of tranquility, 20 of those, and then 20 of oil of corruption, and 20 of the, what is this, fortitude, oil of fortitude. So start making those if you're interested, if you're an alchemist and interested in making this here. You can actually sell, you cannot sell the heart in the market, but you are able to sell the oil in the market. So this is probably going to be a big profit for alchemists. The last item that you need here is the special drop from the Delotia flower that I was showing you earlier in the video. So you're gonna need some of those as well. Just one of those, and then 20 of each of these oils. So it's not gonna be cheap to make these, but you're gonna be able to make these potions here, which, if I understand it correctly, they do persist on death. So if you get killed, you're not gonna lose the buffs from them. And you can see they can even use them on the event versions of these items here. Now, if you're planning on making these things here to sell in the market, I have bad news for you, because the only one that you can actually sell in the market is the most useless, which is the beast, I believe, elixir or draft, which is the one that gives you monster damage and XP, combat XP and skill experience. You know, it's a PvE buff, which you don't really die that much in PvE, so it's not very useful. So yeah, you're not gonna be able to sell, at least for now, as making this video. The other ones, none of the other ones are sellable in the market. If you're not an alchemist, you're gonna have to buy the oil, the immortal oil yourself, whatever they end up translating this as. And as you can see here, it's selling in Korea for 7 mil, and there's a bunch of pre-orders already at 7 mil max price. But yeah, the buff values are the same, as you can see here. The numbers, anyways, you can see another Korean, but the numbers are the same. But yeah, the numbers are the same. It's just the difference is that this one does not disappear upon death. Again, if I'm reading this correctly. But yeah, I think that's gonna be enough for the first video here in the series. I gave you some ideas for a place where you can gather. I showed you the low shift flower here, which is a new resource, and general ideas for general regions for the hunting mobs there. You can go in the first day and hunt there. Again, if you want to see more about hunting, let me know, and I can go there and show you the mobs look like, where exactly they are, and what kind of drops you can expect from them. If you're a hunter, I showed you a little area there for your sap, for the new sap. Again, there's not enough trees for a full rotation, I'm pretty sure. And then I gave a rundown of the nodes here, and the workers, what you can expect from the workers. So yeah, let me know what else you want to see from Modali. The next video next week, I'm going to be showing you more of the recipes. I'm going to be showing you all the alchemy recipes that I can find, and maybe if I have time, some of the cooking ones. I'm not going to go through every single recipe, because there's going to be a lot of useless ones there, but I'll try to get the most, what I think will be the most relevant ones for gameplay, so you guys can be ready and drain the market of all those resources, so they can make some profit when it comes out for you guys. But yeah, as always, if you liked the video and thought it was informative, I would appreciate if you could hit the like button. And if you want to see more video content from me, don't forget to subscribe. And also, we have the join button there. If you want to support the channel, feel free to become a member. It helps out. And also come join our Discord community and our Twitch streams. You can check the schedule there on my channel. But that's going to be it from me for now. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.